Hey, what's up guys, Glock9 here, and welcome to a house builder video. I wouldn't really call this a house flipper because there's no house, it's just a foundation. So we're not really flipping anything. However, this is in the same world as the Dyersville flip, so those 3 homes right there we did in parts 1, 2, and 3. So technically this is part 4 of the Dyersville flip, but like I said, not really a house flipper. I think we're going to call this one a house builder because as you can see, all we have is a foundation and some walls, which we're going to knock the walls down anyway, and basically just start with the foundation and build everything from scratch. So it's kind of an interesting layout in terms of the basement has like an outside entrance right here, and it's a pretty big basement. So what I'm thinking of, or what I thought of initially, was kind of make this like I think they call it like a mother-daughter house, where the top level is its own house, obviously, but the bottom level is also like a little apartment. So you can rent out the basement essentially, and the only way to get into the basement would be outside. There wouldn't be any entrance there from the inside of the house. So that's my initial thought anyway. But you also might notice in the bottom left corner there's the death sign. So I had to kill myself in this game because food wasn't working. Here, I'll show you that it actually works now. When I eat, it increases my food there. Basically, I had the same glitch in this world that I had in the first Ramblin' Man world. And instead of starting this over, because I put so much work into this world, I was able to just commit suicide, and then that made that glitch go away. So that's why there's the Grim Reaper there in the bottom left corner. But anyway, it's a creative world where we just fly around and build things using the creative menu, so not a big deal. It's not like we're playing permadeath here. So anyway, guys, the first step, as always, is going to be to clean up this entire area here. Knock down, we'll start with this tree here. That's all in the way. All of this worker material here. I love the way they did this POI, though, because it really is like, you know, it makes the world feel a little bit more alive. You know, like there was a construction crew building this home, and then the zombie apocalypse broke out, and they just left everything and bounced, you know. But there's a lot of cleaning up to do inside and outside, you know, the perimeter of this place. So let me get to that, and then we'll come back. We'll take a look at what we're working with, which should just be the foundation, and then we will put in a floor and start working on the framework of the actual house, how it's going to be laid out and all that jazz. Okay, here we go, nice and cleaned up. Basically, we just have our foundation, a little bit of a layout for the basement, and some of the floor put in. We have to finish putting that in. We started putting in a driveway right here. I might do a carport or a closed-in garage, not sure. And if there's going to be an entranceway here for someone who lives in the basement, we might have to put a driveway on that side of the house also. So, not sure yet. I wanted to show you this here before I sealed this wall up. So if you're playing on Navezgane and you come across this POI, here's where most of the loot is, right here. But I also got to imagine there's probably a good amount of zombies down here as well, so you might want to be careful. So it's a pretty cool little cave they got going on here, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to seal it all up, because we're trying to put this house on the market. We're not trying to let anybody find out that they've got a bunch of rotting corpses down here, so we'll just seal it up with concrete, and no one will be the wiser. Alright, so pretty open layout down here, and we're going to need to build some framework that will be the support for the ceiling, which will also be the floor of the first floor of the home upstairs. So I'm thinking something like this. I want to make this down here at least a two-bedroom apartment with a kitchen and at least one bathroom. You know, maybe a little area where they can hang out, watch some TV. Just a small little apartment. So let's close this up here like that. That'll be a bedroom. Okay, this whole area right here will probably be a bedroom. That's a pretty big bedroom, but who knows? Maybe that's the master. Maybe we put a bathroom in there also, so the master has its own bathroom. Okay, so this area down here I'm thinking is going to be the kitchen, but it's a huge area and we're going to need some support for the ceiling. So we're just going to build another little room right here, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. It could be another bathroom. It could be a walk-in pantry slash laundry room. Who knows what it could be? It could be anything, but it's got to be something because we need the support. Okay, at this point now, I think we can start putting in our floor. Okay, so there's the floor. Now we have to figure out how we're going to lay out this floor plan. So I guess one way to start is, well, we're going to have to start building the walls up anyway, but we want to kind of figure out where our entrance ways are going to be. You know? We definitely want one in the front of the house, and then if this is going to be a garage area, we probably want one over here also. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a coveted parking or actually a closed-in garage. Either way, there should be a door over there, and I think one over here too. I think I'm going to put it off-center, and then maybe do like a big window over here or something. So 2 entryways like that, I'm thinking. Alright, let's start going up here 1 block and figure out where our window is going to be. Like that. I think that's too small. Let's bust it open. A couple more blocks. It'll be a nice big kind of bay window. And I think that's going to work. So next thing we want to do is just kind of go around the entire perimeter of the house and get at least our first block in. We can actually go all the way up, right? Maybe 3 or 4 blocks until we get to the point where we're going to lay in the ceiling for the first floor. Okay, so that block along the top, that's going to be the ceiling. Let's fill that in, I think, this window. This way the window's not going all the way up to the ceiling like that. And I think that's good. We may adjust the size of the window once we get it all done. And we can go ahead and just build the walls now and not worry about where any other windows might be, because we can always just bust windows out once we have it all framed up and stuff. Okay, so that's the next step here. Let me get all of the walls built up on each side of the house, all the way up to where the ceiling is going to be, and then we will figure out the layout of the first floor. And once we have that built up, we can go ahead and install the ceiling for the first floor, and then we'll have to do the exact same thing for the second floor. Okay, we got a little bit more work done than I was expecting, but we got the entire first floor laid out. We built a front porch, bay window. We went with an enclosed garage. I think this is going to work out a bit better than just like a carport, but that's looking nice here. And yeah, we got the whole first floor laid out. It's pretty simple, but I think it's going to work well. Basically, this is the entryway. This is going to be like a little kind of chill area. I think we're going to put a fireplace right there. This will be like a dining area room, which is adjacent to the kitchen. That's what this is going to be. And then this is going to be a bathroom. That's going to be maybe a laundry room. And then we just have to figure out where the steps are going to be to the second floor. You know, how you're going to get up to the second floor. Haven't figured that part out yet. So the ceiling is going to go right here. Whoops. That's going to be where the ceiling is at. So, I don't know. Maybe we want to push this entranceway up like that. And fill that in there. And then put those curved wood blocks. These right here, so it's like an archway. Put those in there. There we go. I think that looks better. We'll probably do the same thing for this entranceway as well. So we'll bust these blocks out here and throw in our curved blocks to make it an archway. There you go. That looks better. I think we're good for the first floor. It's pretty simple. TV room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, storage closet, garage. No bedrooms on the first floor. That's fine. They'll all be up on the second floor. Alright, there it is. The ceiling for the first floor is complete. Kind of looks like a pretty cool modern house right now. Almost want to leave it this way, but there are no bedrooms right now, so we're going to have to create a second story where we can put those bedrooms. I also need to put a roof over this area right here at some point, because if it rains, it'll just fill up with water down there, and that won't be any good. So the next step here is to do pretty much exactly what we did when we had just the foundation, and that is kind of build up our walls here and then figure out what the layout is going to be up here. I think I'm going to leave an opening right here because this is going to be built up and have like a little rooftop on it, but we can maybe turn that into like a closet space, storage. So I'm going to bust that open, keep that open for now. If I choose against it, we can always fill it in, but for now I'm going to keep that open as like a doorway. Okay, so now all we have to do is build up the walls to where the ceiling is going to be, and then we can figure out the layout of this second floor. And you know what we need to figure out also is where the staircase is going to be, you know, leading up to the second floor. It could be right there, like as soon as you walk in the house, you can have the option to go upstairs. That's a dining room. It could be right here. That's a good spot for it. And we could do just a single staircase. It doesn't have to be double wide. In the dining room would be weird. I think this is the place to do it right here. You know what? We're going to go too wide with the stairs, because then we can put a closet underneath the steps. There you go. Alright, now you got a small little closet underneath the steps, and this room is actually got some space in it, so we can make that the laundry room, and then the room there is going to be a bathroom. Alright, blow these open so you don't hit your head while you're walking up the steps. And now we just got to figure out how the layout up here is going to work. Okay, here it is. The second story is done and laid out, and let me tell you, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Doing this from scratch is not easy, trying to make it all work out, but I think we did a pretty good job. Here's the staircase, right? So there's a door right here, and that leads to a bedroom. Then there's a hallway here, there's a closet, and then adjacent from the closet is a bathroom, and the bathroom also connects to the master bedroom, which is right here. Then there's a hallway right here with two other bedrooms, one right there, and then this is a closet space. And I think we might put a staircase up to an attic right there as well. So not bad. That's 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom and a couple of closets up on the second story. So altogether 2 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. I think that's pretty good for the main house. Back here, I want to put some sort of driveway, I guess. I got rid of all that stone and replanted the grass back there. But I also want to add in a driveway for whoever's going to live there. And obviously, you can see I filled this all in right there. So they got a nice little archway entrance, and they have a roof above them. So when they come out here, if it's raining or whatever, they don't got to worry about walking right into the elements. And they don't have to worry about that filling up with water or whatever. So there you go. That's it's working out. It's very boxy, you know, but I hope that the boxy feeling will go away once we put on a roof and maybe start adding in some details, start framing out some of these windows. I also added in a fireplace, as you were able to see out there, and this is where it's going to go on the inside. Still needs some work, but that's going to be good for now. So it's coming along. Dude, building a house from scratch. I mean, we're not even doing it from scratch. We had a foundation to work with and a basement that was pretty much already done. So, okay, next step here, guys, is going to be to fill in the ceiling for the second floor. So let's get that done. All right, there it is. The ceiling for the second story is done. Now all we have to do is put on a roof, add in any small details we want, like window trim and stuff like that. Paint this place, and we're done, because I'm not furnishing it, dude. This is house builder, not house flipper, so it's not our job to furnish it. It's our job to build it and get it ready for whoever's going to move in and furnish it. But let me give you a tour of this place. So here's the main room, right? Or when you first walk in, you can throw a couch there, TV on the wall, little hangout room. And here is the dining room. Well, I would make it a dining room anyway because you already have like a TV hangout room right here. Why not make this the dining room? Because it is adjacent, pretty much adjacent to the kitchen, which will be right here. Decent sized kitchen. Here's the garage right there. So nice and closed in. You come right into the kitchen area. There's a bathroom right here with a little window. This is going to be a laundry room, and then you've got a little closet space here underneath the staircase. We'll take the staircase up. Right here, you've got a door to bedroom number 1. Let's close that. Here is going to be a closet, right? This is going to be a nice sized bathroom, full bath right up here, which is also connected to the master bedroom. Huge master bedroom right here with a door out to a balcony that we built. So you got a nice view of your crappy neighbor's house. And what else? Okay, so this is another bedroom right here. And you've got this hallway. This is closet space. And then you've got another bedroom right here. So that's it. Second story is pretty decent, I think. The layout overall, I'm pretty happy with. Considering we're winging this, dude, and we're going off of nothing. We're going off a foundation, and we're just kind of building this as we go and figuring it out as we go. It's not so bad. I think I want to add in an attic, though, and a place to get up to the attic. So we'll have to think about that as we're building the roof, and that is the next thing we want to do, is get the rooftop built and figure out how the hell we're going to do that. I don't want it too steep, so I don't know. Also, we need to figure out what we're going to do with this area right here. But again, we figure these things out as we go along. I just kind of try something and see how it works, and then if it starts to work out good, I just roll with it. You know what I mean? So let me try a couple of different things with the roof, see what's working, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what my plans are. All right. I think that's going to work. It kind of looks like a pig. It kind of looks like a barn. But overall, I think it's going to be all right. I mean, if we would have kept this angle right here the whole way up, it would have been a pretty high roof and would have looked kind of weird. So I started at a steep angle, went into the not so steep angle using the wedge inclines, which of course, like I said, made it kind of look like a barn, but that's okay. So it's a barn house. This neighborhood is so weird. All the houses are so different anyway. A barn house will fit right in. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like a really big house, but it's in line with the size of the homes in the area. So back here, we're going to bring this roof all the way up, and here, this roof right here is going to be like a secondary roof. It's not going to be as tall as the main one. And then here we just put a slope right off here. So any water runoff will continue on down this slope of the roof. And I think it looks pretty good. So now we just got to finish building this roof out and also add in a space for an attic. And we'll be good, because we don't need to make this all solid within here. You know, it doesn't need to be all solid wood all filled in. That's just a waste of space. And that might get pretty heavy. We don't want this whole thing collapsing on us. So that might be too big. Let's bring this across here, because that's where the ceiling would be for the attic. But that might be a little too wide. We can probably bring that in a little bit closer together. All right, let's do this. There we go. That puts in a little bit more support, you know, by bringing it a little bit closer. And that'll be plenty big for a room up in the attic. So that's it. Now we just got to bring that out and then finish building the rooftop on top of it and on the sides of it. And we'll have an attic and a finished roof, and we'll almost be done with this place. Okay, so there's the framework for the attic. We just need to put the walls in and the ceiling in for the attic, and then, like I said, we can continue building the roof. Alright, so this will finish the framework of the attic. We haven't put the ceiling in yet, but that can wait for now. What we need to do is figure out where we're going to put the attic access. And we could do it in the hallway, like with steps hanging down, but I think I would rather do steps, like actual just in-place steps, to make it more of like livable space than an attic. You know what I mean? So I think this is the place to do it, right here. And here we'll do just a single staircase instead of a double wide. Okay, there we go. Get up here, throw one more in. Bam. You know? That's nice. And then we can just put a railing around up there so you don't fall down. And yeah, our head clears. So I think that's all we need for that. All right, we just put this railing all around here so you don't accidentally fall down the steps. All right, yeah, this is going to work for now. You know, as we start painting and figuring things out, we can always remove the railing and build walls there if we want to, if that's going to make more sense. But at least for now, we have access from the second story up to the attic, which is now technically the third story. So let's get the ceiling put in here, and then we can finish building this rooftop, and we'll almost be there, guys. Okay, so there's the ceiling for the attic or the third floor, because it's going to be more of a finished space than it is an attic. Now we need to run the roof across, so we can start with the top and then we'll do the sides, and I'll show you pretty much how we built this roof here. And first, it is like one of these incline blocks right here. Okay, and then we're going to put a regular block right here for support. And then we've got a wedge tip right here. Okay, throw in a couple of those. All right, now we're going to go back to the wedge incline block, which one goes there. Two go at the peak right here. And then another one there and another one there. Okay, now we got to put in a wood block for support. We'll just run it. We'll just fill it in right now, and then we'll figure out what we can knock out. Okay, we need to finish it off with some wedge tips. Let's do that real quick. One there, one there, one there. Okay. Now, we can knock out some of these blocks. Probably just the bottom row. You know, maybe even one more on each side. There you go. And it's not necessarily about weight at this point. I'm not worried about the ceiling of the third floor collapsing. It's just why put in more blocks than we need to. I think that's good. We'll leave that gap right there. That'll save us a little bit of time, I guess, filling it in with wood frames. So let's build this out right here. And then we'll go back to the wedge tips, or not, I'm sorry, the wedge incline blocks, like that. Bam. Get up here at the peak. Use the wedge incline blocks there. Go back to the wedge tip. Bam. Okay, down here as well. And that's it. And we basically just keep doing this and run it all the way across the rooftop, or the top of the attic here. And then we got to build the sides. So let's fill this in right there. Let me actually show you what's involved with the sides as well. And then I can go ahead and finish this off. But basically we're starting the sides of the roof off with the ramp blocks. So we got 3 up right there. And then we're going to have to put in some support using the wood blocks. And then we've got a wedge tip, and one of those wedge inclines right there. And that's it. And then we can just fill in some support, which that should be good. And we can just leave that space open. All right, for back here, we're going to start with the ramp blocks. How many? We don't want this portion of the roof to go up very high. So I'm thinking at the very most, 1 more. And then we'll start using the wedge incline. That even might be too much. I don't know. On the edge of the roof like this, we want to bring it out a little bit using these inclines right here. And then there's like a little filler block that goes right there. Boom. Put it on this side as well. All right. Yeah, so now we want it to come in at a not so much of a steep angle. I think what we have to do is start with the wedge tip is what you have to do. So we'll put one of those on each side, just like that. Like that, and now you switch to the wedge incline. Bam. I think that's a wedge incline. I hope I'm not calling these blocks by the wrong names. And this roof is actually going to finish with 2 wedge tips instead of the wedge inclines. Okay, there it is. It looks good, and I think the angle is going to work out well and look real nice up against the main roof. So let me finish building out the main roof so that is all done, and then we'll come back, we'll take a look at everything, and then before we paint, we'll add in any last-minute details we want, like the trim around any windows, just any little details that we need to add before we paint. Then we'll paint, and that'll be it. We'll have built our own house here in Dyersville. Okay, well, if you thought it looked like a barn before, it definitely looks like one now. But pretty cool. I don't know. From scratch, just winging it, I think it came out pretty well. I had no plans of, you know, how this was all going to look and how it was all going to work. Just did it a little at a time, and this is what it turned into. That would have been an interesting way to build the roof too, like the one is done over there, how it's almost like a pyramid, and then the slope changes. A lot of interesting rooftops around here, you know, and when you try and do one yourself, you get a better appreciation of the way other ones are done, you know. But I think it's cool. It's different. It stands out for sure. And like I said, here in Dyersville, all the houses around here are different. All right, we're going to add in some framing around the windows here. Make it look a little bit more finished. Frame up the garage as well. And it'll be nice too when we paint. This way we can give it kind of like a two-tone, you know, instead of everything just running into each other. All right, if we want to take this a little bit realistically, this is a problem because water runoff from rain is all going to spill right onto the back deck here. So what we could do is put in a pole here to simulate a gutter, which would run across the roof here. And then what if we bring it across like, whoops. What if we bring it across like this and then back towards the house? Can we put one in there? Yeah, like that. And then we run it down the side of the house. Here we go. A minor detail, but you gotta be a little bit nitpicky sometimes, you know? Obviously, it's a game, it's not real life, but that was bothering me. Just knowing that, you know, that was a bad design choice. So that gutter will handle things. On this side of the roof, the runoff will continue down this other roof and we'll be good. Okay, so let me finish framing up the windows and stuff like that. And then I'm going to paint and take one last look at the place and make sure there's nothing else we want to do. And then I'll come on back and show you the finished product. And that'll be the end of it. So hopefully I can edit this down and the video is not going to be too long. Alright, there it is, the barn, baby. I had to go with red wood because it's basically a barn. Went with the blue metal rooftop. These windows I brought out a little bit. I felt like the front needed more dimension, you know, so I popped those windows out. And I think it looks pretty good. Like I've been saying, not bad for a kind of fly-by-night house build. It kind of sticks out. Well, it sticks out because all these other houses around it are falling apart, and this one's nice and clean, right? That's why it stands out. That's what we're going with. But I got a flower pot here in the front. Not a flower pot, but a place to plant flowers underneath that main window in the front. I put a couple back here as well. I also put in a driveway back here and a walkway into the basement apartment. So I think it's looking real good. We'll go inside. We'll take a tour of the inside. You can see how that looks. And then yeah, that'll be it. We're not going to furnish this time because, like I said, I've put so much time and work into this already, and I don't want the video to be too long. And like I said in the beginning, this is a house builder, not a house flipper, but hope you enjoyed it and liked the format of this video. If you did, let me know and drop a like, because then I will do more house builders. But next time I do a house builder, we'll really start from scratch instead of using a foundation that was already there for us. So not bad in here, right? Look at this. Got a chill area here. The fireplace is lit and burning already. We can throw a TV up on the wall and some couches here, some bookcases. Nice little hangout right there in the front of the house. Here is going to be the dining room. That's what I would make it anyway. Like I said, it's adjacent right to the kitchen area. Okay. Not bad. Nice big kitchen. You probably could even put like a breakfast nook right in the corner there, and you'd be all good. Garage right here. Like a one-car garage. One car and a motorcycle maybe. Bicycle in the corner. Workshop. Not really a workshop. You could probably fit a workbench in there somewhere if you squeezed it in. We got a bathroom right here. Little window. So not bad. This room here would be like a washroom. You know, laundry room. And here's just a little closet underneath the staircase. So that's it for the first floor. Let's get up here. Got the first bedroom right here, all camoed out. I felt like having a little fun with the paint schemes. So you got a camo room here. This guy is the hunter of the family, you know? If you need to hide, you go into that room and no one will ever find you. Got a little closet right here. This is the huge bathroom. So nice full bath right here, which leads to the master bedroom. And we got another bedroom right here. Okay, and down this hallway we have some closet space right here, which this is the front of the house. That's this window. It's that little little area we built out that sits above the front porch. Got another bedroom right here. It's kind of a cool paint scheme in here. I like that. And then this is also the master bedroom. And we got another door right here, which leads out to the back patio. Step out here in the morning, have your coffee, or read the newspaper. Does anyone read newspapers anymore? And look at your neighbor's house, which is in a dire need of a flip, man. Might have to do that house next. But yeah, pretty nice. Big old bedroom. And then we've got the attic here, which I changed a bit. It doesn't go straight up. Then now it turns a little bit, and we've got a doorway, and bam, we got this huge room up here. Closet space right here. I was thinking about making this into a bathroom, but that could just be closet space. And this could just be like, it could be a giant bedroom for maybe like your oldest child, or it could be a big guest room. You know, you can put some couches up there, a TV, a couple of beds, and you can have a nice big guest room up in the attic. So, a lot of opportunity here, a lot of things you can do. And I think it came out pretty well. Like I said, from starting with just a foundation and not really having a plan, just winging it, I think it came out pretty darn good. But I would love to do another one of these, building a home just from scratch. You know what I mean? And seeing how it all comes. So let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. But of course, forgot to show you, we got to go down here. This is the little apartment downstairs. So some work was done down here. We got a bathroom right here as soon as you walk in. Okay. Nice big area right here. Well, not super big, but big enough. Huge master bedroom. I was thinking about putting a bathroom in here, sectioning it off, but whatever. You got a big bedroom right there. You got another bedroom right here. A little bit smaller, but you know, if you got a kid, that's your kid's room. This area right here is big enough to throw a TV up on the wall, a couch maybe, you know, place to hang out, play some video games or watch some TV. Nice big kitchen. Plenty big to have some seating area right there. And then we've got this room right here, which I guess would be like a walk-in pantry / laundry room. And that's it. Pretty small down here, but it's just meant to be like a little apartment, you know? That the homeowners above can rent out to family members or someone they know. You know, you probably wouldn't want strangers living in your basement. But who knows? It's a way for them to make money. You know? They rent that out. Maybe that rent for the apartment below covers half their mortgage, almost all of their mortgage. then they're set, man. They're living for free, you know? So anyway, that was a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video in this format. Like I said, if you do, let me know, leave a like, and I will gladly do another house builder. But next time, we'll start with a flat piece of land, and we'll go from there. And maybe we'll try and build something a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more modern, you know? So, guys, again, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. It means a lot. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It's at Glock9Gamer. I follow all gamers back. Stick around for more 7 Days to Die videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one.